What's going on, guys? Your boy Two Twisted Merc here with some news regarding a new game. Now, it's called WWE 12. Okay, that's the new game. THQ has confirmed that the SmackDown vs. Raw series has now been it's over. It's canceled. Basically, it's because a lot of fans have been complaining about annual aspects over and over again. With anything considering the stiff animations to characters warping into place, the right analog grapples as well. So they have completely revamped and remade the game itself. Now, what you guys are seeing here are going to be some screenshots that they have on the IGN website. Okay. Some new stuff that they got. They have the new animation system called Predator Technology. Basically, what this means is if you have somebody like John Cena on a turnbuckle and he's about to do a superplex on an opponent, a third superstar can punch Cena and break up the move. You can do that for almost any move, mini games, and the Royal Rumble eliminations themselves. Another feature is if you get slammed to the mat or you slam an opponent to the mat in the beginning of the match, they're going to sell the move and they're going to get up at the same time so the match keeps a fast-paced feel, okay? So when you get up from any move, you're going to have a window to strike before you reach your feet. Basically, this reminds me of the N64 version of WWF No Mercy. When you got knocked down, you can hold the R1 button and your guy would stay in a crouching position. I'm assuming it's going to be something like that, which is really good because it'll make it more realistic and more stuff that you can add. Basically, this game right here is going to make you feel like anything can happen from any position and take out the stiffness and clunkiness from the SVR series. Now, the warping is gone. You know what I'm saying? It's been a big issue for a really long time. Basically, what the warping is if you're going for a five knuckle shuffle or a boom drop or something like that, your opponent is not going to teleport to the middle of the ring. In fact, he's going to stay right where you guys are, and it's going to happen where it happens. Now, the ropes on the ring, they're no longer going to stay stiff as well. If you slam someone down or throw somebody to the turnbuckle, the ring's going to react. You know what I'm saying? The ropes will vibrate. The ring will probably bounce up and down a little bit, just like the canvas will or whatever. Something else as well, for the game's menus and fonts have been removed, and they're brand new. It's a brand new setup basically. So there's a lot of definition to the characters' faces instead of blurs from last year, and depth of field has been introduced. Basically, it's going to give the new arenas weight, realism. So basically, you're going to feel like you're in a new, like you're actually there. You know what I'm saying? The fans are probably going to be 3D, I hope, and I hope, man, this sounds really awesome. The analog stick grapples are over. Now it's back to the face buttons. Basically, the square, triangle, X, and O buttons are going to be your grapple, strike, pin, and finishers. There's not going to be any strong grapples or weak grapples anymore. Okay, the moves that you're going to be able to pull off depend on how beat up your opponent really is. Okay, now WWE 12 is going to include limb targeting. You can attack the head, arms, or legs. It makes it more realistic, so if you're fighting a quick high flyer, you can work his legs so the opponent can't get around as quickly and he can't just zip up to the turnbuckles. This is going to be huge basically, because depending on what part of the body you work on and how much you wear it down, this is going to be an important part of the submissions. It's called a new breaking point submission system, basically where you and your opponent are going to be tapping buttons in a tug of war minigame to get that submission. Also included this year, there's going to be wake up taunts. Basically, it's the same thing as, like, you know how Randy Orton pounds the ground, or if Christian claps his hands before he goes for his kill switch. That's what basically you're going to do. When you knock your opponent down and you have your finisher, you can you can taunt, and it's going to be a celebration that ends with the finisher. Now, obviously, as your opponent is going to get the chance to reverse it, but it just makes it feel like TV. Speaking of finishers, you're also going to be able to store up two finishers as soon as you build them up, you can store them for later use. Dynamic comebacks are going to be in this year, which is basically what Cena does when he's in every match. It's basically like if you get beat down to the point where you're going to get beaten and then you make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? If you reach a certain amount of damage, you're going to have a shot. And this is a one-time shot per the match. If you pull off that combination, you get two finishers. And it makes you're making a comeback basically. The AI is going to be a lot better as well. Basically, it adapts and it learns from what you do. So if you spam running grapples, the computer's going to remember that. It's going to store it in its systems, and it's going to reverse you a lot more, so you can't just spam the computer. If it picks up a weapon, it's not going to drop it. If it picks up a steel pipe or a chair, it's going to hit you with the steel pipe or the chair. So it makes it more interactive, and it makes it realistic, so the AI is not dumb. Um, Also, for all you guys out there, including myself, there's a new feature in the pin system. Basically, since a lot of people are really good at it, they changed it. It's a meter system. The meter system is still where you can fill up the meter. You hold the button, to get to the little the bracket, but the window will move around at random. The window size is going to vary and depending on how beat up you are and if you're pinned after the opponent hits a finisher. So the meter might not pop up to the 2 count, so you would only have one shot at it. So it makes it a lot more challenging and doesn't make people unpinnable basically. Unless your opponent is really damaged, expect to just get one grapple in. The right analog stick repositions opponents, and there's also new attach points for moves so that hands and legs lock to certain moves and don't clip through bodies. As far as the game, they have Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole on commentary. Justin Roberts is going to be your ring announcer, and Alberto Del Rio's entrance has Ricardo Rodriguez in it. As you can see, as you guys have seen from the screenshots, some of the guys that have been mentioned are Randy Orton, Cena, Alberto Del Rio, and Miz. Those are some guys that are confirmed already in the game. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the game is scheduled for November 22nd. So that's basically all the news I have. The link to the IGN article is down below so you guys can read the whole article itself. I am extremely excited. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be giving you more content as more gets released. All right, later, guys.